Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today we have my monthly favorites, which I always list in my bullet journal. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading the list. Not everything that I mentioned in this video is actually a physical product, let alone crafty products, so I want to make sure I don't forget anything on this list that might not be in my lap to mention. But first we're going to get started this month with my empties because I only had one. I only finished one item this month. Usually I finish 2 to 3 just because I know I'm going to note them in this video, and I try to use up my stash as fast as possible because I always want to buy more. So I finished off this Webster's Pages A New Day sentiment sticker set. As you can tell, there weren't that many on there, but I did use all of them. So all 7 of those are now gone and this can be recycled. And what's really nice about that is it shows you guys that maybe you should do a monthly check. Maybe that's one of your goals for the year, is to keep track of how many items you use up versus bring in. I'm not sure, but I like keeping track of that, so I write down my empties every month in my bullet journal. But now moving on to favorites, I do have mostly crafty favorites this month. I did one thing that's particularly one of my favorite things that I did this month, and that is I went on another cruise. So last year we went on our first Carnival cruise, just my dad and I, and this time we brought my niece, and this year was really fun. So cruising is definitely one of my monthly favorites from January 2020. We went to Jamaica, Cozumel, Mexico, and Grand Cayman at the Grand Cayman Islands, and it was so much fun, and I can't wait to go on another one. That's how it usually is, and that's how this one was. But to jump into crafty favorites, one of my favorites this month, which I feel like I took a break from, but now I'm back into it, are my resin flowers. So I keep mine in this little drawer, but I have tons of different colors in here, but this drawer just sits on my desk and is just full of pretty things, as you guys can tell. Like, holy moly, I still have a ton of these left. I have not bought them in well over a year, maybe closer to 2 years, but I still have a ton left. But this used to be full, so I'm getting there, still trying to use them, but I fell back in love with them in January and probably will continue to use them. Next up is another small thing that sits on my desk, and that is my washi tape. So I had 3 washi tapes featured in my January kit that I was working with for Mini Kit Monday because I was guest designing. But these are washi tapes from me and my Big Ideas, who make planner washi tapes. And if you guys know me, you know that I love thin washi tape over larger washi tapes. So these are the 3 that I featured this month. I love all of theirs though. I think they have great designs, and I love these super thin ones opposed to these like medium ones, but I love all of them, and thin washi tape is definitely going to be something I continue to use, and I'm really trying to use washi tape on as many layouts as I can. Practically everyone, but you know, here and there I substitute something else for my washi tape needs, but I really enjoyed that. Now jumping out of crafting, on my cruise I got to read a lot. So my brother got me this book for Christmas, which is James Patterson's Murder Interrupted, and these are stories from the true crime thrillers that are on Investigation Discovery now. Now I haven't watched them yet, but I did read the first book in here because there's 2 stories, which is called Murder Interrupted. That's what the first one's called. The other one's called Mother of All Murders, but the first one was very good. I like crime, you know, things like that, and it's a true crime novel. What more can you want? But it was really good, and I'm looking forward to watching the, you know, Investigation Discovery special on it, because these are true crimes, and, you know, there's more that goes into it than, you know, just reading the story. Then you get to see what the detectives thought and the whole picture, which is something I find very interesting. And of course, we're jumping back into crafty favorites. I had a lot of fun traveling, but a thing that comes with traveling is you get to find new crafty stores. So we actually went out of Miami for the cruise, so I had to drive all the way back up here towards Cocoa Beach, and on the way in West Palm Beach I was able to stop at a store called Everything Scrapbook and Stamps. And I don't want to show you guys my haul yet, but I will have a haul video. But they did give me some free copies of scrapbooks and cards today, which, guys, one, I've had some friends in some of these issues, so I'm wondering if this is the issue they're in. But I haven't actually gotten a physical crafting magazine since probably middle school, when I used to sign up for them during those fundraisers. But a magazine. But they do have an online store, and I want to have that link down below in case you guys are interested in checking it out, because everybody wants to support local scrapbook stores, and I'd never heard of this one, but I googled while I was around in, you know, southern Florida and found it and had to stop by. But I can't wait to share with you guys what I bought there and to use those things, and I'll have their store link down below in case you guys are interested, because I don't want you guys to miss out on some great small town local scrapbooking store stuff. And then the next thing on my list is not a physical item. It is just hitting the reset button. So you guys know I'm doing a current series called 2020 Creative Reset, which ends this month in February. And then in March, we'll start a new series, which I'm really excited about. And I know you guys will be too, but just hitting the reset button on everything. In February here, well, end of January, beginning of February, I just redid my craft room and rearranged it. And it's just made such a big difference in terms of how I feel about coming in here and how I am, you know, just perceiving all of my things and using them and trying to find the bigger picture and everything, and realizing what I want out of scrapbooking. And going through all the processes and videos that I made for you guys helped me think about my process as well. So setting our goals, analyzing our goals, why we have our goals, all those things. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I'll have the playlist linked down below. It is a lot. There are a lot of longer videos, which I want to thank my patrons. They've supported me so much this year already, and I've already gotten some new ones. And it's really thanks to them that I feel like I can put in the time and stuff into my YouTube channel. And again, they get early access to things. They get to vote in polls. They get to do live streams, extra videos. But I find them to be really empowering when I'm starting new things. And even though they might not tell, I really do appreciate all their support, especially when I'm starting new things. And I'll start previewing the next series over there very soon, since we're coming up on March rather quickly with a short month here in February. But hitting the reset button everywhere in my life has been good. Definitely need to clean my closet out, but that's a different story. But just trying to evaluate my goals and things, and using my new planner that I mentioned last month in my Crafty favorites. And, you know, just kind of trying to keep on top of everything is a lot. I think in one of my videos I showed you guys, during Vlogmas actually, I think, I showed you guys my Google Calendar, and I cannot even express to you guys how crazy my schedule is. But I love doing all this stuff. I love doing YouTube, I love doing Patreon, and creating extra things that are like printables, and, you know, doing things that are outside just videos, because videos are fun, process videos are fun, but I needed something that would challenge myself. And although I'm doing some great crafty collabs this year that are also challenging me, I like to think of series ideas that are outside of the norm of our normal crafting routines, because it gets us out of our shell, it gets us thinking differently, and I think we need that sometimes. So I hope you guys are enjoying that, and continue to enjoy the rest of 2020 Creative Reset as that continues here into February. But be on the lookout for some new stuff in March, because it is coming and you're going to love it. So back to physical products. These puppies. I just got these recently. These are the Zotz Bling in the minuscule size. Great for sequins. My cat just sneezed. I hope you could hear it. It was so precious. She just sneezed again. She's sniffing under the door, and she just keeps sneezing. She'll be in a moment, I'm sure. But these are great for sequins. Now, I didn't use them on the last layout I just posted because my brain forgot this is actually pulled aside for my favorites, so they weren't even near my desk for me to look at, but you win some, you lose some. I do have these for sequins. I think they work great. And if you haven't tried them yet, highly recommend. And I'll try to have these couple of items linked down below. I know some of these are available on Amazon, so I'll have them linked. That's where I got those Zotz, but I know you'll also be able to use a coupon on them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's if they carry them. Next up is a weird item. As you can tell, you might not have worked with these before, but these are Sharpie paint markers. So these are oil-based markers. I only have my gold and my white out right now, but they came in a pack of red, black, gold, white, and silver. That's the other one. I only use these two, but I made some decorations for my niece. We took her on the cruise because she's graduating this year from high school, and this was her birthday / graduation gift. And it was really, really fun. I'm glad we could take her. But these are amazing. I really want to try to use these on a actual layout sometime soon, but I made her like a congrats sign for a cruise room using these. But they're just Sharpie brand. They're relatively, well, I guess it depends. I think they're kind of inexpensive / inexpensive, but I think they're a great deal. They work on like ceramics and stuff, so you don't have to worry about them coming off, and I hope to use these more. I mean, I bought the whole pack, so now I have to find a way to continue to use them. But you know how it is. Another thing that I loved in January, which is not obviously here, is one of my favorite crafty YouTubers. I got addicted to watching Lisa Brooks, who does Life and Layouts. She just finished her series called Slayin' Snow and Cocoa, which was the Snow and Cocoa collection from Crate Paper. She used it on so many different layouts, and I could not believe her creativity for not only double page layouts, but using a winter collection for non-themed layouts. It was very impressive. I'll have her link down below so you guys can check her out. Love her pages, and I know a lot of you guys like double layouts, so definitely check her out if you like double pagers. Lots and lots of ideas and tons of photos on her pages. I cannot believe her ingenuity for all of that. Then lastly, something I started this past month in January was a traveler's notebook. Yes, it's busting at the seams. I just have everything in the front of it right now. And this is just a Momenta traveler's notebook, which I'm not sure if I have a favorite brand of traveler's notebook. This is just the only one I have out to represent, but I made some layouts for it and I think I'm gonna like it. My only problem is I don't see how I can use this many pages in a traveler's notebook without it being very, very thick. So we'll have to see where that brings us. I'm not sure, but my patrons helped me make my first one on a live stream, and then I did my second one with patrons in a mini class. So thank you guys again for encouraging me and, you know, leaving me such sweet comments about my things, because it wouldn't happen without you guys. I mean, I don't think I ever would have tried a traveler's notebook if people weren't asking for it or if people didn't mention theirs, because I know I have a couple patrons who are working on traveler's notebooks right now, and it's just sharing each other's creativity has been really, really helpful for me to break out of my shell, because I was a process video gal. I did process videos 3 days a week. That's all I did for a couple of years. And now I'm doing series and interactive videos and organization videos and as much as I can, because I have so much fun doing it. And I hope you guys have fun watching it. And again, you can check out Patreon for more videos and more content over there. And I'd really love to expand it more, do more things, but you know, full-time job and all that stuff gets in the way. But for now, I'm having fun and I hope you guys are too. But that was it for my favorites, a short list this month. But I do have my bullet journal set up for February already. Got my checklist, favorites page ready, and then I have, I can't even, oh, it's this way, my creation list, which already has one on it, and then my spending list, which I did track that for January. I don't want to share those kind of things online personally, but I did only make 3 purchases in January, and it was good. But I think February I'm going to try to do a spending freeze. I was in the spending freeze challenge for Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group, but again, I had 3 cheats instead of 2. But technically 1 happened before I committed to being in the freeze, so we'll see about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this month's favorite video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys haven't, be sure to subscribe, because the scrap room tour comes out this weekend. And if you're not a patron, check out Patreon, because they've already seen the scrap room tour. So you could have gotten that early if you're over there. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what one of your favorites was down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.